good opportunity for Roma at that one. He held last evening. Opponents at curve like that's me, the Giallorossi can't go top of the pile on the road. But this time it means 10 years. Finally they could take next, but points away at me. And that's a big deal. I don't know Mascali what Roma need to do tonight to get the picture of a big side. Good evening. Big bit of it. Bad figure. Yes, it's an important Roma obviously needs it. It's new is but it's important to copy out SanSiro Roma no complete the past to show some great performance with the DajeRoma. They need the upper spark from the talented players up front. Niba, this is red. Solution Mignon and came off Greece Spencer and runs very like now he fights Priestner. So what a chance, it's just why. It could start, but it's no differential that we start the shot was playing in one of the fat position compared to the Roma with the past Priestner deals. So down with the ball back and he intellectually started then he tried to praise it. The foot force on the left behind the forgive it, don't fire away. We sent it in time, but good goal scoring season in the past at Atalanta. There, Gasperini, but we stand in particular playing in a more advanced role this evening to try and shut down Luka Modric. That's the thinking behind him beating up the turn behind. We saw that hit the mark. Six big mentions, then and also Francesco Totti, man, I think that was here at the 28th of October. Was the last time the Roma were top 2016 at 3-1 lead of the ACMilan State 10. Goals challenged by Con and Vignon. Coached by Rudy Garcia as captain, diplomatic nation by Anisato Florenzi. It's now what we call a doppio exit play for both of these clubs and retired in the summer. Dev on the court, I think that was for Lobos cards. Don't get you have to see Gasperini hard on this Roma. Called it in the bit of play, squid, going really wide. The right side, the halt the Giallorossi team, with Charlie Corn upon position. Should be heavily surprised by the fact that Roma can't go top of SerieA when you consider their performance in this calendar year of 2025 alone. 70 points, which is 7 more than Napoli. They've played a game more than Inter played 2 more. And here's Wesley running it behind. Waits for Cristante to our right. Wesley's cross, Ricci away. That's Chelly for Connie. And on the front survives on the word go here. So when Ricci lives again. Shit. And I had to improvise. Modric. Side of good pick. Get rid of that for the Roma on the left side. Love you on it there. For the right side, or reach the ball first, but nobody was. And the box up was obviously with the Milan coming short. The Suarez coming short. That is somewhat needs fill the penalty box up. Wesley still playing on the left-hand side because Antamina remains injured. That's why Chenik is getting an opportunity. Wesley ordinarily would be first choice on this. VSR. Yeah, finding fact is again. That's the love his step for head, but each is simple one. The outlook's in the mood. They stop it. Early stages hit Modric. So that's Stevie looking his eyes as well. The players were lining up. They streak again. It did emerge for the second half. New balance arena at Bergamo on Tuesday. De Vincent, so good ball in behind. Fofana, the Sombrero. Well done, Mario also. Even Fofana, when he plays alongside the Ricci, and Bodden's got the chance to play forward. He's done. He's been pretty good. Set up a couple of goals for the Rossoneri. Great skills are getting shot by Salivacas to go past the Floyd. Salivacas is a very popular player. Jared gets low spell with Roma. Said free match that he's get in touch with me about it, but they not necessarily be in contact this week. And it was a big handicap. Chidi. Followed by Chedi. Solid. That's the first touch. Took quickly. Second. Dybala sit behind. Alaba Dybala. Did it up. Grenia Paul for the number 21. What a decent touch. This is a fantastic ball for Stretchuve. The victims caught born watching. The deal, I say, the victim pace, made the defense deal. Not sure if Dybala was going maybe to strike enough. The good first touch it took, but too wide to make them defended well. Now Dybala has selected what hits to be had down the years. 10 goals across all competitions. They should have been Serie. That also played for a long time under Allegri. It's pretty thin under the current Milan boss during his time with the Juventus. 93 goals in 221 appearances. What a man for any when the league be in charge. The outside the ball. Matisole on the starting. Impressive start poking lead. Giallorossi yet that we already see the connection on that Tidan. Cormeccia in between Sule and the Dybala. It behind. Shini's ball in behind. This by Matusaki. This is Chele. Still there, Mr. Chele. Then he reached Dybala. She's lost the ball. When you're able to get it. But the second pint that in the first 6 fields, Roma is looking for the board. Again with the board bucket. Beat it in here. Put a touch from Paricci. But then, now at the chance she tried from this test to central. We don't haven't won any of that last year. The beat sheets have gone awry as well. I think we referenced super fan they conceded in each of the last 3 most recent. Shut out, paid in the goalless draw at Juventus. That was before the October international break though. SerieAMatch since then. 2-1 winners here against Fiorentina, 2 each against Pisa, and then 1-1 Bergamo. Spinini was pretty honest about that brother might have 70 points in the academy, but that was only worth 6th place last season because of the bad start they made under Denossian and Juric. I mean, that's pretty difficult. Hops and trails last season when you consider Fonseca and then Sergio Ponce's salad shot. It does look like both coaches have landed upon not only very experienced bosses here, but also very capable and stood. Yeah, of course, they went for 60 on the board to pick the right hop shot by the results at the moment. Gasperini for him, but is it Kippe? Could see it. No, we don't watch the same door system. The Gasperini was playing with Atalanta. They see Roba producing the goals. There Atalanta were producing what? They're there, top of the league. Both points of victory there, should certainly stop them from rotating. What has been a rare week for them with 3 games, so that big week round of fixtures. And that's still with Adrian Rabiot and Christian Pulisic. The hope is that if they are fit in time for the November international break, that common sense prevails and that respective national team bosses don't call them up or think to advance. Use them sparingly. And then that one out. 70 minutes due to an ankle injury. Wesley is quick. So it's started. Yeah, wait till that is looking shot, but the very start to be a great challenge if it did 2 shots quicker. But Salanekas obviously does to go forward, drive forward, take plays on the. I has to defend as well. The here, that way shot up is that easy for by Poggio. So much curve on that particular effort from the Moroccan who was on the side watching, and someone doing 10-foot pole that third back in away from the captain. Dybala with the free kick. A bit too clear, but it's just Cherry. First touch stopped him from taking the shot on goal. So late, baby. But it picking up, just had to hit the target. What a chance. He's towards that kick. Cabot from the sweep foot the base 2 men. With the great assist. For the young pilot that the guy showed me surely has to read the target. Too wide, that isn't it? Another huge shot. There's a chance to be there. Yeah, big fine and good always. And they pick out his binding in aerial threat. It's never scored in Serie A. He's simply Joel's Roma coming out the competition. Scored this season away at Nice, Europa League. was improvised. Yeah, I was saying he was fouled from behind by Mancini. What way? Brilliant job by Wesley. But he had pulled in low goal. Now he had on a run to prevent the ACMilan to try to get first up the ball. From moving the ball with confidence. And now we're getting an opportunity this evening because of the Serie. So Herbert Ferguson. Spinini went past him, but has tried to pick the same tee. Celik's falling behind. Pitch too quick for Soleil. Cleared by Menior. This time he finds red black shirt. Modric. Sofan. Good when it had been. Samanakis to his right. And Spinini went for the piercing pass from Leon. There, good block. The wide bite. Big cut. Fight cut. Pop. First cut. That's points. Daar fick vi detta. Så vänt. Hörban vid dem. Han lägger det tid. Bara lägger det till Larsson. Soles there with the ball back. He did try to eat a little bit transition. You had him also scored the opening goal for Roma against Parma. Aldrich chanting through long. Preset had made the ball. Ivana the NA now. And Roma did have an identical record to Napoli until that fell. They drew yesterday against Carlo. Dybala. The one in the middle. Yeah, the public. Charlie Kester attacked the front post here. Not sure he wasn't expecting this ball to come from it, but I think on all but these to try to put the ball side to side with pace. Because they see the trio in the middle of the podcast of charge. I don't have, it should go one side, then would be the field trio yet, go on the other side. Quite struggle to shuffle across quickly. Roma have a real opportunity now because some of their rivals face some challenging matches, whereas Roma's fixture looks relatively benign. Paper coming up. Hudson said next weekend after they go to Glasgow to take on Rangers. Studied very well, not often your time with Kilmarnock. And after that, it's Cremonese away the other side of the November international break, which means the final day of November when they host Napoli. They could well be still at the top of SerieA. The first they have big net. Yeah, there could be maybe Doc Mob is later. It's scudetto game changer for della Safredo before about third home position. Rapidly, big back to the ball. Svida should be comfortably. Have to Zaggy away. Distanted holding that time. Preceptor. I think he made it plenty also seems to have come back to the river side out of Merley. Did very well. Yeah. This Salato. Person this professionality. They still use it off there for the foothold big on the sideline for Sordo. Came but the team good performances, calling supports as well. Give it Mossa. Let's Bremer on loan to Leverkusen midway through last season after frustrating amount of games up very little make time. It's Spinini had a little look at it. Jared Greasy's playing in Paris with what he saw. Wesley, and now be making the run. Run out through space. Restarts in. Keeper. Restarts in again. It works it well. This is Wesley. Maybe on again, but a comfortable save. Yeah, well, I've had moving the ball so well. They need somebody like start on Wesley. This to make those kind of runs, especially because the ball is coming really short, but not deep in the pockets to receive the ball. Walk with his deep went to his cotton base, kept being a dangerous player with his late thoughts. Leo finally reached it. Sofana Patrick. Time and space for Raphael. Immediately surrounded by a couple of white shirts. despite the issues that have been able to see being good quickly out technically centre forwards, no one really stretching the pitch at the other end. Here by it's on one side, we already see a couple of cuts. Leo come short and deep, put a shift the ball. Good team, bit quiet so far. Presumably, well, it's Leo comes short and could go out, so they have their goals. Yeah, but they always come short at what he's follow him. There's always a car passer, but against cool. So that somewhere has to be found. First of all, got on it. I think it should to Modric. Sanamak gives lots of the ball to cut to get Wesley when it grabbed possession. And right now we headed it's behind Dilana. Solid up the match and lots of white shirts in this attack for real. The shit. Jamai now we wait. Well, just to get his head to it. Select me has consistently served throughout this season. 8 Milan are on top after 7 match days on the road. The target remains to shoot the Champions League places, big in a positioning march to be able to challenge the top 4. But does that give the players excuses, man, when after they told that says please run Atalanta? Yeah, Patrick, we don't know what these side blessing or this happy about games though between the custody and the maybe the press one. Take off the pressure by a Roma players, but maybe that does obviously not. We have to try. Especially Gasperini playing down that potential titan chance who's shedding. That's a good looking play. Yes, power deep. Wide of the post. I think for a second he thought that De Vita was going to beat that ball in his up was nice. I think the class from Charlie to reach him did. They're obviously after the poor first touch he went with outside of his left foot there. Suddenly he was expected the foot to come. He was going to take a touch with probably his right foot on right high. Why this is the third good shot for Roma. Well, to still get associating this issue with an 8 touch. The second time around helps Reddit. It's a bit of the Colozani on the Swedish that Cody next edge rating against Juventus midway. Top fake on him when he outside of his boot, but not enough. Big challenge to step in to make sure the ball did reach Soleil. So that makes me talk about the top 4. Gasperini said not getting involved in the title race debate. Milan have made excellent start, but I'll leave the other conversations alone. Putting it at the edge. And our aim is to compete against the certainly Roberts. Don't say that's far. The moment to look like Milan, ACMilan struggling a bit to play though. They're huge on support, especially because they're 30 people. The very poor Modric position, but 5-5 Costa. So Gaston it is a world kick at the moment. No opportunity to rest Modric even if they wanted to with the absence of Andrea Rabiot. Under Serie incident these now available. So selection again a little bit forward towards Solday. Fighting it on the fold. Yeah. Brazilian, that was a good idea. Brazilian like probably he didn't have this terror, but probably the time to get they saw touch. The other people are trying to find the top corner. The Italian outside of his left boot. That was a good idea by Israel. And Milan have given it away. So there. Now Wesley arrived. Wesley said the gently hitting it straight to Benio. That the Charleston style. Have a fight properly. The first point the build for me, but you have to make the beams up there. Now stepping away from MatchDay. Saladak is it. It's it. Saladak is with the quarter. So as we do on it is we know exactly what they are all about. What chance they might have the chance to score up the year for set piece to look dangerous. And he goal at Berger when it came from the corner. Play that as far as someone in each sheet again lurks on the edge of the box. Waiting for any scraps to arrive. Havovich get it into the aerial press from the back. It might back this out. never seemed to lose his bearings. Still was a fight. So far now was there as well. Pavlic claiming them. The Carpite had them hard to think. Pavlic is the last one after the car first touch. So Marco Guida saying, I think, I'm just having a word with speed out, another goalkeeper. Well, I think should a warning heard to the media at these players who said the Roma are very good at taking their chances, so we can't afford to give too much away. We're going to certainly afford it. The Giallorossi put too early opportunities. The difference is the seeding had been so far, but they have been acting at good pace. They are up at the Serie summits because they have the best defense in the division. I mean, 4 goals against it. 9 matches, an incredible record. And as you pointed out to me, half there before we started, that'll help Copa with their second speediest defensive Serie A. There's gap here, advantage Milan. Still gap here. Couldn't find Fofana. Patrick watching the move, but sport card. Opposite Copa is not aired up, but I had the channels. Profilo Leal, what is what? Pierre Gabi after the challenge harder. Okay. Then I'm going to get a customer to give it better play indications. But select these most recent. They might be copies that 2024. It's Jasperini is out on the answer side. Just fine latches approved as the vintage bus. Lost his cool. With his jacket, his tile. Good in the Met. I think we would have so big one against Gasparini. Wesley. Ipana. And I know we. Here's Machi. Sonay pursuing it. Stopping we welcome on in the second half. Roma. Let's be hours after this. Nika with the help of Svida deals with the danger. And to feet Bisama. Umberton was about to swap deal. Sacked in a minute. Sabina thought, Dobnik for further. Apparently be alter a Stuplik box where the Roma wanted an option to sign centimeters permanently. Were me to impress. So foul or breach you. Why does that sometimes work? These swap deals. You know, Patrick, I think he said it just to see that both players now are on the bench. So Water manager don't play depth. Fofana searching forwards. And now we took it away from here. Shenik can't get their head of Matuzaki. Shenik saying the corner, but it's Milan Pole. Not sure there's maybe debated some of the three some Roma team, but short and dark because the done a great job for ACMilan up front. I can proper not but died. This is that Giroud did quite big squeezing for the Rossoneri. We have been borrowing one another's players in recent times as well when you consider Tammy Abraham and Alexis Sanamakis. Modric. That would be easily be bad at it. Modric with the pace to get there and play at half his age. Matthias Solé. Pierre Bata. Put it for Diaz for the back. Passing the midfield. Not only with the ball at his feet, but his great awareness. He sees things that's happening. That's Wada Prutseca. Ricci. Gapia. Needs to be careful. So he almost picked his pop. The Brazilians say that he goes straight up from the Belgium international. Telling him to get on with things. I think it's fair to say, based on the first 25 minutes, Roma a bit better and see. Yeah, of course. Could he get up to put the score? Churning, I think in the pocket about this end. So there, is that this is in like that way. It's on his way to he got the shot away. Yeah, again, that was promising for some always to be now that people to recover with the numbers. Yes, on it, finding pretty start the ball for and like that with here at the middle of a 5, but also the added players was able to find a clear shot. I think we said that yesterday Gasperini has really left his mark, but just as he did, and that's are we seeing some of the similarities between yeah, I think so. That Roma lost correct. Much goes answer Atata was doing. But she hitting the outlier. It's a different Straffany so used to playing off of that wing. Tonight he's going to be closely man-marked by one of the best in the business in terms of that particular skill set, Gianluca Mancini. And especially if he has to face the Leal that this basically is on goal for his father treated. Yeah, also that's the cup shot for Pat Hedbeer. Chris got the bits to trouble, but she did all of the everybody Sanders. Roma with the best defence in Serie A. They already had the best goalkeeper last season, MilanVsRoma. It's not yet been tested for you tonight by the outside. And found on eFootball by that. We started for Wesley. It didn't run the front third. Pre-stats here. Serie. It's Pablo each away. Kone. The Owls come away with the ball and he can run at Mancini now. Left field the Owl. They could pull away to his right. The Owl is got a long way near the Owl. Wins a corner. That's from the Owl. It is not a chance to turn that they don't have players. So easy to stop. Wherever they went, deeply treated to name of players, don't accept that they could have solved it. It took a couple of matches. So about here, wow, it's really the father. But shitty dodge, but he's missing shot by Meow, and even then Mancini didn't know too much about the Carrots. The set these opportunity, little Rossoneri. Marshall takes the corner, feet are called, him and point. So there was a court, Fila, Alchedi, still free there. Sole, Wesley calling for it on the far side. Hachia Sole. So up the 150 ball to control. City chipping from Fofana. Yeah, look out. I think that effort he's got spot on Pozlinka. Deeper at his shoulder, the ball putting his spot in between the ball and the Fofana. You cut a cool play about this. This is clearly foul in a dangerous position. However, a small for choice in terms of these takers. I remember Sole scoring one at the Tardini last season. Dybala means no interruption for this sort of fray. Dybala every compensation with LA now we signed of Sole for the Batman. Does favour a right footer, which is LA now we hit it. Straight to Superman. Surely it has to be that. Oh yeah, how many batter? Who goes to over the board, order, maybe order, but like what you posted. They're like, now we for Sole. This it. Here's because I see here they done with pass. It's got people power. Up to Zaghi. Rather starting to crumble. Didn't give away there to Dybala. Did score at that end of the ground in front of the Pudva in last season. A terrific goal for fighting with Dopfit. Does I get the chance to play Pavlovic? Oh, step back. Then it went by Dodd. I would hit the ball. Put the ball under pressure. The touch line. Basically, you don't want to lose when you're playing. It's one of your direct rivals. It's one you got 6 pointers. So you can take 3 for yourself and take 3 off your opponents. But equally, you could win them as Milan did. Here it is now. But you could really make a statement psychologically. Rossoneri then unable to beat Juventus away, unable to get the better out of Champions Week. Do it another statement victory. I think it's true of Roma though. Who stands here? Sole. No, it's got it clear. Well, what by Deacon? Heard the way to go over the city piece. Yeah, what the jaw. per il single gol, especially this. That's like a good court and they are what they receive the ball. High ball is not their job, it's not their qualities, but Helma doing so well. But Pina played the gatekeeper, don't consider goal so far. It's also remarkable, a great team that you're able to hang in tough and stay in the match even when you're not at your best. Also, any do look a bit rusty, but again, not being able to rotate their squad with a smaller squad than usual because of their European football, but rapid by injuries. Ricci finding a Cuckoo, the outer breaks his way to the middle. Someone at Ricci. And Salamakers snapping flags. Salamakers. Slafana, so well, Chevy could design the ball to stand to it. For deeper. Also Wesley, it's another lovely captures that for brother. Wesley running it to Binzer. Wesley, the other, not worth the goalkeeper here. Did another chance to Formula, but I think Wesley match it there has to be brought away from the take the Vita. Oh, little different. He's got a chance to draw that out inside. He's old Fox, like it's always an edge of the defender. I don't want to be happy because they know exactly if they're going to foul the opponent, it's going to be a pen. But Spiridi's been around long enough to know that Roma might start to really abuse some of these missed opportunities. Perhaps there is a case for Dolphin to be on the bench given some of the finishing we've seen from the Giallorossi so far. Sword by Milan. Isu for Hermoso. Owned by Mario Hermoso. Wesley Cup keeping it played. This close. I don't know about Zwing. This heads well to the Caricio, of course. There wouldn't be a aggressive, so they call cut off Milan against by Swedish Foglio. It's going to play not for the orders that Sarkova. One of the two defenders can also for much nearly. After Zaghi, the pressure again from Seki Chedi. But triggering the press really well this evening. Modric. Wesley's cut it out. That get to the play. Deep out between the lines. Moffat Shelik now. Sole calling for it. Sole away from Hamlovich. Sole with the ball lead. Modric away and Fofana. Match is called. Saranakis fighting the challenge within an hour. The stuck ticks. But it is a free kick and Saranakis there has had something to say to Neil El Ainawi. Still be a yellow card for Howard, but look, curious to see again what happened there because it looked like maybe it's on the because when he was on the ground, tried to peek when it hit like downward. Kima Sana was around that, then Milan and now Roma. Sana worked at Albini and then also made a couple of nibbles at Sana back then, so final one to bring to the ground, and just there, so Hamakas did last shot, yeah. That's a good crap. Delay Darwin, huh? How would this Salamakers when he's got the ball is good. Twist up turning. Sit keeper tells that story to get ball off him. So he didn't really get a hold of like now his hand because that is a red card offence we've seen it in the past of the Chelsea and Spain defender apart from Correa. Modric, whistle's gone for a rather free kick. Chelik is another wiper. Deserving. Good time. Out of just Perini. Soft, solid. And every time looking to go for him as well. So like me, I think so later they're working. Happy Metis. Actually, so they're really impressed with that mode spread. Of course, you don't ever forget his big move to Roma. But those Juventus mixture players that we used to recruit funds. Please be last year. Dramatic. Very, very decent. This season, do this well. Here, look, I think you can see it. Cool left, helpful. Catch it, he can't. Literally just a couple of meters away. Cool the halfway to the season. You can see how aggressive piece Roma have a single time with the center back. Floyd solo pressing high. You know, they can sustain it, otherwise they wouldn't be up near the top of Serie. It's been a feature season for Roma. Wesley teasing it. The cap again is his head at this one was time. There was did he hear the morals too high? So it's to generate enough power. The problem with John. We were very quick to praise, I think, Milan at the start of the season, but in recent matches, so we're starting to see some of the limits that are lately Juventus had in this second spell. They don't seem to be creating a lot of chances. Salamakis looking for it, could. And like now we went into a complete Sabina freak there. It's a foul, freak there, missing one of the best player. The best shot up you up spot. Podesic is the one that kept the big things up. And I think they're still looking for to find them. They started to get at it. I don't know if what's going to happen with the Podesic. Podesic will be back. That's still the help us American front. Podesic hopefully back inside. So like Sweet's going to attack the that's the set to be night and show it Palmer. Probably the other side in the November international break. Partridge with the free kick. Sweethouse missed it. I think it was just defended ahead of me clear. Happily, it's a good ball in the way. The corner and this check to get any car. DajeRoma, the smart fighter, the cat. Because that one was just sick by the house. Försökte det liksom forward physical cover for them. Still Castle would probably came off his line. Chia. Work on the Roma. Goalkeepers on the bench, the experience in Luigi Collini and former Milan goalkeeper Dennis Mascus. Partridge with the poorly. Gambia had the chance at the near post. And that was a decent Chaco, the best one for the Rossoneri. Jabbed out. Just truck Alpha. Seco's Costa. They're behind them. Yeah, the flick. Sport flick is he's put it off. Desperately having one sail. The fault of Fisher Patel tends to be with the punches. Beginning to wait. So that goes softener. But to take the ball into his stride, he was unable to. I do call it. Might have called this sprout home. I didn't send sign it in the summer. But were desperate to keep him on their dot, so they succeed as well. Check. Risante. Zakic. Reaching up to relinquish hold. There's Sweetie now in possession. Someone who's starting to wander. And here's Liao. Pavlovic steering forward. Lapadial takes on Eddie. He's too quick for him. Rafa here. It's the defend. That's the goal. Lisa, it's all about Milan's number 10. Rafa with the assist. Devafatic watched these from him. Well, to get on the score sheet as soon as ACMilan. The receiver has Salama can receive the ball. I dip to be simple. Watch number 31. Debatably good sailor. The ball not design. They did as soon as they reached the out. Only once they get his spot. Do it, try by the car. Which is there. Watch here. He's losing the ball. Definitely to reach you. Side back at the edge of the box. Look, Pavlovic. Deep quick one. Look, is decided. King. Topic is right. This is a shot for the Plavos. This is the opening going for Sipping. Lavicci's previous goal this season was in the home defeat to Cremonese. This is the opening goal against the Roma side that begin the weekend. Comes up with Napoli. Milan had barely created to the chance prior to tonight. Fight to now, tonight. But he suddenly got rid of the Havlanic wet winning. The Serbian defender is the night that makes the breakthrough for Max and Ape. Milan getting those in front. Patrick Pavlovic was running for Suarez. He probably understood that the ball was going to be cut and block. The Salonakis made time. Still there for Salonakis. Real holding for it. Salonakis can't overdo it. He still kept possession. Great sheet. No one spotting out. Pavlovic does now return it a favour. Abdusag. This was that who saved up what the football but the Portuguese wake up. I've seen it do that frequently this season in particular. Do it last term as well. It's ready to give Havlanic. Whenever there's a chance for a counter, he seems to be getting items to bomb up. He charges up the field. Sometimes it's in possession, this time it's in support. There's no chicken extended forward on the pitch. You've got the players to get into those scored situations. So they did. Chini intercepts. Only the sixth goal the Roma conceded in SerieA this season, incidentally. Sole. Out shooting. Free snap to getting again. They want to well. Gap here up in here. Havlanic away. Salonakis. Bonet's on it. Was stopped by home, but I didn't got it right away. What planning is Salonakis. They look here, Pavlovic and stepping back, looking for the neighbor. Pursued the ball by the out. There's a decent finish for their Rossoneri defender, but people is a cruel game. The pass in Roma at 6 chances. This year, what baby? What goal? Make me was asked about when every relieves in his own mind the rap. So well passed, but it's difficult to know. Hawker's on in Rafa's head. Some of those words were probably relayed. Something, talking quite about coaches really getting the best out of the Milan number 10, but common theme is, the conventional wisdom is, Real needs to believe in his ability. Kuku. Yeah. This done to what if Matt Real somehow kept hold of the ball, coded it to Aichi. I think that sets the chance for a second before the break. And all of a sudden, Rossoneri now, and what a confidence back. And the ball swiftly and crisply. But this Patrick position something, because position that is creating a lot of problems. So receive Modric going down and play the read like a proper weak fight. It looks like it's just going around to keep the ball anywhere he wants. Wesley had to let go there. It's a fear of a yellow card for pulling the shirt. Fofana. So on them. Cuckoo. Spila with the serve. He's a try. Fun Cuckoo. These up is pressure to be speed up after these those players to drag down. Look here, completely different thing. Surfing there. The cue that we'll see on the SanSiro. Choice of words, given that is the else trademark celebration, the surfer. Again, we got him inside there, and so just put a hard job it is for goalkeepers in the bottom area with these balls. You saw that one curling late. Speedo saw something similar for Miguel earlier on. Trajectory starts in one place. The goalkeepers have to predict where it's going to curl and then readjust accordingly in a fraction of the second. Yeah, remember last night the shot by McTominay towards blue pit. Even away to Baptist again. Here's Real. Bicamana Pancini. Patrick gives the ball this time. Real. Disaki. And it's wide. Frank Fofana. What a chance these balls by watch it to be like. Every cut the with the pin back line. This sprint form like Papa. What up the bit as a height. Could be season. Head George. Shot the ACMilan head. but regret at the end of the match because they have need to find the target. And Legri knows it should be 2-0. Astonished that it missed him Fofana in himself. Still frustrated. This inability to find the corner. Did everything right, but it to launch the side of the goal, which me that was dashing. 30 the goalkeeper into a minute about the top. You might be seeing the limitations of Roma that pushed up well, fully out, shut up so invitingly. Yeah, of course. The ball was fantastic, so whether they are hurt, you try for that these days. It was that the wait for the goal of the season. That's the sort of position from which that happened to score. Scientific Ibrahimovic, you wouldn't have thought twice. Probably would have hit the target, but his skill set different to that else. But set shot players in the run right. The next one's there. Fofana comes home. Looking at Serie, the fine margin is at the top end of SerieA. But take your chances, you might be punished. Straightening Pavlinic certainly seized his moment when the Rossoneri broke forward with Raffaele. After Roma had spurred chance after chance. I mean, I think 45 minutes here at SanSiro. Meters with a half-time score of Milan 1, Roma 0. 100% but true. Very funny. It's that's a matchup, and he took a point home. For Pascani, now that they could make the job in the second half. But it redid the other front door bridge. Maybe up for that midfield lead. Showed it that hard door to give her chances away like they just need that. After it easy, no ball towards Pincourt. This is still fun away. Tramp up. Spila, one. Opposite, but this to be meter. The chances they're big created. They created the first half. They baby, so baby, be born. Great. It's just to the instant there. As he struck it with the laces, reaching which is white cold wine. Then he extended the climate, just curled inside the post. There another warning to Roma's. What would mean it, they already blow away with one went false on that. Struck it wide. Should really have scored me that second minute and run more down. You should have been 1 or 2 goals up. Maybe the difference on this. Milan had a couple of clear-cut chances. Roma's were ball half chances. There were obviously a couple of promising chances. The ball had twice. Shot the chance to just fucking properly, especially the one with outside of his left foot. Yeah, but he pacing that on is recovered so well with that. Got it. Reaches what it back. Decision prepared. The Alabama channel of Cocoon, Salamaker. It's been trapped for Fopper. Until that chance to be at this time, speed out with a big set. Yeah, participants, they took it up. Southampton now regains position. I like now he'd been holding the pole. Dybala, a terrific tempo to this match. Dybala turned down Wesley. Now he's forgot the ball. Ball treats. Did the holiday wrap on here? Still the owl. Dropping the shoulder. Speedower is there, but Sheedy did enough. I think it's in her. Created more chances. The first 2 minutes of the second half in the whole semester. It's pointed front bill with DajeRoma. It's been lucky to beat up. Your team built down. Clearly, the message in the chasing room from Anegni was go and score that second goal and do it sooner rather than later. I think that could have should be out of sight already. It's no exaggeration from that mobile. Opportunities to build like 2 minutes. Since the restart. Entire 45 that preceded them. So resets are already just settled. These check the positives, the fact that they are still winning a goal of Milan here. Serie. Put it. They've also held the bad ball in. The pit ball occurred. It might have fouled Serie. Yeah, that's opposite of the ball that Serie was to receive, and here Bondage personally with him. Didn't do it. He was up side post up at the it was up the count. They are producing this typical skill, chopping with it, shake it up back as well, but still waited. Touch the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo shot. In the way back this stand to Fofana, releasing Salamakis. Good positive first start, Salamakis. This is Rapani. Still here. That's sweetheart. That's a terrific. Does set it by Stina. And then for quick, we're glad appreciate that game. Salamakis have seen the ball in transition again. What's is to find a way. Brutis, Pincourt, Tacket, the Cap Rasmachi, fit that, yeah. The Portuguese week there against the practically. This is a brilliant, Gia. There's a discipline. Raised the sharp reflexation. Speed up because it was deflected. Last night Chini. Again, the right foul from Allegri suggests wishes Milan would be supposed to just in front by a solitary goal. Which told not to have it is fellow Serbian Milan. Aldridge to the corner. Pavlovic, isn't it? Eva the Kunku and hit the post. Would have been a fortuitous goal to be in that and they would have been perfect chance to choose the game. I don't know about him that it'll be just what good that. Svatnovic with the ball in. It's front for Salamakus. hacking it, half of it up the back, he could square it here. Instead, he went to goal himself. He was offside. Did he go for the goal? 6, so yeah. Was it an offside position? I'm not sure about that, but ACMilan had absolutely dominating, because I don't think here was not offside position. So if the goal was good, probably would have counted. That's a good save. Milas will take the ball behind. Så når det så kan ikke lige klap til du så for Milan now we leave it sated, and we are going to see Real Bailey as well. Also kind of speedy making a big check to see the second half. I lost the race behind height, so it is 5 minutes into the second half. What only to do is use one of your free slots, and I think that's a basically a chance for Kuku. I think probably Gasperi was quite happy with the first half, but the flame was as well as it. So see the first 5 minutes he decided to change up and so Kuku away from Mario also he's done really well in here. And Kuku, she tried to place it, never saved the speeder. But I was actually surprised to see Baby Solen. Yes, he was quiet, but you know, physically he was been looking sharp up. The problem at the moment for Roma is probably the defensive side of the game was a bit not able to go past their halfway line the first 6 minutes. They did have one eye on those substitutions. I think Gasperini went back out for the second half. He told Pellegrini to get ready and saw the number 7 putting on his shoe pads. Clearly Bailey was the other player. Told to ready himself. Pancini. Riguard. Fatimana. Gabbia gets his head to it. I did it to it descended. Like that, yeah. He got the touchdown with his head. He knows exactly what he's doing. Exactly away. Also beginning struck for me out. Again, he can run it. It's a mismatch for pace. Referee out. Deflection this time takes you behind. But we were talking about Paul the 50-50 Paul was Hyper was winning. The first half, now it's the opposite. At least where they pulled the strapping balls in their half. They're all out. This is what happening after. This is the chance. Don't. Good to band it. They'll have ball. Coming out the team at his best. Modric chases it in. The hour to beat it. Milan saying he was big and beat it. Wesley to be bad and inside. There was a foul on Milan Srina, but why is it taking until Max Allegri's return for a Milan head coach to try out Raphael at centre forward? Good question, classic. Probably the C-step though now that played with the 2 strikers. That's why kind of really 5-2 or 5-3-2. They just there and said there's a cycle. Full time, no space for a whip. Just off the top of your head, is this the best? In terms of the last month or so, is this the best you've seen the outlet SerieA since he was at the 2021-22 season? Yeah, I think so. I think so, because probably no, he doesn't have to do all the defensive duty he usually has to as a winger. Look, you can see him way deep. He's going to stick deep because they know that they out need some rain, but behind to attack. You just saw the statistics. In regards to expected goals, I mean, 2.6 to Roma, 0.9 essentially. Big goal. Goal and a half difference this evening. There's 1 goal difference in terms of the scoreline. Then they're cleaning. Search up quite Fofana. Altimana comes back to try and win it, but Fofana pings him in. Out. Shed there to intercept. Well, deeper. They could aim. Walks it back from Wesley. It goes the other way. If he snaps it, they make it around. This is Colin. My cheek. It's from Roma. For this look at it, with an attacking sense in the second half. But cheating. Pellegrini now waits through with time. But round the back, up his hand, he was aware of the threat here. Good job, but decided, even if you're not sure that what's caught up and behind you, goal safety. In by Divana, Tristanzio's header, nice idea. Yeah, he loves to attack the front post here. Just in front of the post one. Something how he scored in Florence. Let's win it 2-2. Milan also beat the honor this season. Then again, it has been such a difficult time for Stefano Piani. Second spell there. So, for Egby, his second spell with the Rossoneri, they choose. The opponent did have hold of his arm. She was his being called in a couple of times at United. Showed the street decent. Always a reliable player. With a double in Wardor. Fell outside there. Bardrich. I think we perched his best not to beat themselves up over 2 draws in a row. They do seem to have missed very attentively because they're playing with a real spring in their step. Especially since the second half figured. They're probably for all about this to go down maybe cleared something. Comes the set piece when Sheeny away. Ricci recycles. Sonoma gives. Sonoma gives. Switzer hold to beat it. The Yao is there. Wonder whether Davinci could have gone for Lord himself. Ablovic winning the header. Cleared up the pressure. Popovich back to pick up the loose ball, but as things stand in Serie, well, look at the table. Napoli 22, Inter 21. 21. Roma 21. 1 point separating the top 4 sides. Yeah, incredible. If I did forget, but this is the story of the last table of the season. What do I think? They beat the a kind of clever their idea not to serve Leon. Davinci's giving it away meantime to Wesley Nistidana. Trying to inspire Roma as he so often does. Multiple touches. He's trying to get for Dybala. El Pellegrini. Go in the penalty area for Roma. Pellegrini. Campia has to concede the corner. Milan asking optimistically for a foul by Dybala. Because it doesn't look that he twisted his ankle, but maybe because Todd thought they could out. He hope he'll be fine. Should was the that hard on your Shari, Brad. You know, the obvious some support. He thought that Liao had scored there, and Kuku thought that he had found it here. Ball just ricocheting off his midriff. But Shinchu to get away with both incidents. Gavier back to his street and watched to help defend his corner. Givala sends the ball in. Ablovic away. Chitty. Bailey with the cross. Davinci's header. Then Liao miscued. Straight to a white shirt, the shape of Wesley. Diba. Tristanzu. Nadio de Bolshaw. I mean, just scored against Palmer. Can't repeat the trick, you know. By the way, ACMilan defending so well. But their high form. Suasababu stepped up. They've done as well. Give a good deal with that card, yeah. And keep going. Just to recap the league table, we should mention Bologna 18 points, Southampton, Juventus on 18 points. That should be 4 off the top at the end of this weekend. Spalletti winning his first match in charge in promoter and happily dropping 2 points on to cover. Here's there's forward to Mina. Leao goes down, play for 88, pencil once. He took the wrong option. Needs to get up here. Fantastic. 10 point start focus on the Roma. Trying to find them. the goal they need to be back, keep them gave. Roma, they've been out there looking for the one to kill the game. Milan did come off injured at half time in the draw, and instead of that, so this looks like he's just big with it all. Leads the catch sprint. More than double touches in the opposition box compared with every penny other blank. We stand in Huberton or SerieA. He's been their most creative player up. You know what he did. This occasion, what he created ACMilan was everybody's expecting him to do. He offered 2 or 3 times every single 45 minutes. Is that fair? Should we expect that much out from him? Fair, I think so. 1 single point, 4 point could be top 5-6 players. The work. Put ahead. Feel baby with the pace. Ali's felt Pellegrini in stages for this sort of position. Wesley sits in it, respect back this side. Otherwise, to out Dolof reach, it's just a corner. Can't think robot, it's corner. Prizes in the middle of the box. More than a game fat Gasper in the Willa. Dolph McSulda, they've got it anyway. Well, it's it. Hope or so. Look out. Very cool, Dolty, big. Deep up that. Rather get in. Ainsley played so made the immediately to beat his feet. Reduces down here's Milan might just be becoming the best attacking team in Serie. Ship they need Faccio poi nella più riparti, vedete carta nofto Shikop shot them. Avranno pazzo nelle corner. Seahorse. Wild horse if they prefer. Can't be tamed. And they make these favourites. Reaching. Able to look. Even to commit opposition to defend this. He runs about this out. Training into the parks. And then no one at the back post. Wesley is there. Al Pellegrini. To deeper. Max up Pellegrini. He just scraped off. Yeah, good combination. Did retreat to the car play. That's it. Pellegrini opposite it was. He looked up at it. Over the far post. Though he did at the connection. It was the off for. Alright, they're playing this with the great shooter. So almost a throwback to the start of Pellegrini's career. Well, that might be Sassuolo. Chip. Maybe. Lots of Romans going through Sassuolo. Artesian, Scamatter as well at the pass. It's wasting. Nadia also getting forward. The Pellegrini. Serie. Cornet's be quiet. Bailey. Sharp sheet for the Jamaican offside. Jeff Thickle wasn't expecting the ball. Cap. They had no cuts. Even also, even Patrick, I think he's in an offside position here. As you've seen, Patrick Kobe is big quiet. I have said it many times already this season. They can have a big edge compared to the likes of Napoli and Inter, brother, who are all involved in European football. Sergio Bologna, Juventus, Roma, the next team down. It's steady. It's set. But don't have the burden of 3 games a week. Pretty sure that they make me lobby targeting the Coppa Italia as a trophy. I think won it several times in the past. Suzuki, I think it's that point. Yeah, it's to put out his back for the bench. You can see it twisted it a bit. It's right ankle there at the Celtic pressure. Well, search the right thing, so his mustache will be very happy with. He's always kept up to himself in terms of football communication. When I was to have YouTube, he said, well, they're stripping out substances. And I'll be to see that this act is and the quality of player, the be that be. simple. At others as well, the likes of Ricci getting an opportunity in the outset. So, Rabiot, so given how much Milan spent on Ricci this summer. Dizagi needs up, urging for the captain. Freestance here. Part, but Nelson need that retreat a little bit. Sweet after on other occasions. Quality punch a kick in, waiting for the white ball, but to kill the game with those shot. Shedding to the Ballieri cross. Mainly now, Mancini calling for him. 80 delivers, Gapier away. Freestance. Hermoso. In charge of whipping it. Then was Kilo thrown by Richard. For the sick position, but he's still caught in the box. Pulicanini Pipana. And I don't know. To Wesley. Kind of cross high ball to the Wesley using the run of Fabio Hermoso. Freestance. Corey. Sheddick with the ball in. Vincer up in the air rather than away. The Kinku's done well. With Dybala there, Michi winning the 50-50. It's not the quickest. And then could go up in support. Still reaching. Waiting for reinforcements, which don't arrive. You know, Trout. Not sure I did so. The last patch was by a Roma player. But it's been one. Yet not the quickest, but it's quicker than Dybala. I think he's quicker than Machid as well. Payar at probably. The last touch was when the fullback put it up its tutor. Modric. Playing the beating heart have been at Spain this evening, but Serenity will figure out. Salamakers. Nice touch for Fofana. Very heavy cross, but this is Patrick Saki. Ablovic up to Michu. Having it out. But score is off the line from it also. Correct the ball. On the beat. Reads these charts. By the way, watch the patch by Van der Zijk. Big swat. Digby. And it's a good shot at the sun over here. Straight out. They were to save right at their damn ball, so they great. Collier is only up there opposite it. You bet it who scored. Oh, they're clinging on. Still just about it again. Baptist argue with the corner. What they got his head to it. Speed up Hutchins. That's a very generous freak. Yeah. But by the way, part of this sticky call this piece he's got critically considered the pop ball which is on the park as well. To trust us. Legal trusts this ability. I'm not Deutsch talking with our negative. Baby. The new one of this Milan has some careful planning when they now turn had this to depart in the summer. So if they could play. Dusaki, it is their business to begin. He's been recruited at great expense to Brighton in the Premier. With Stupingan is available for selection, but Dusaki has shown a reliable player. He is the 21 international. Wesley, Wesley again. Passed a bit. Wesley's cut back. Still a chance for Roma. Asconen. Secnicelleti. Moffat Dusaki. The Giallorossi bearing Metti. Third, you never know that by B down or the Roma chance. The software that they gave it, the circle down for David. Who will have a chance they did. Just put the equalizer. Not to know how fine, And so the expected goal stale that opportunity. The out just missed from point blank range. Dybala with the corner. It's Leon Bickley. To give me purchase on it. It's a quarter. Now the degree of field for a corner, but let me give a one by Nakawita. Yeah, okay, it's swing up. It's on the right side. Dybala now. It's swinging again front of Billy can eat it. I think it is called out straight out. Great shit. Roma starting to shudder in a hurry here. Want to get the left, bit greedy. Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, it was too strong for Bailey. Ricci then out. Abdisagi. Ricci. Shooting wants to hit the ball in play. So defending from here. Docket. Yeah. Good job by Treaty. But Zagi after pressure. Thought the right solution. Picked the right pass. They put that Ricci there short. This Ricci. It's been anything but a tight game. Milan won Roma with 20 minutes plus only time to play, but could easily be 3 or 4-0 to Milan. Wesley, like a runners defeat so far this season at home to Torino. We have a shot there. Simeone with the goal. It's a 1-0 scoreline. It was 1-0 as well. Ultimately, don't know what Trent the rather harsh but they traded 1-0 here to Roma, and that's why they've got the best defence of the division. Even when they lose, it's only by so much a goal because they can't find the net themselves. But they need Wesley. Quick now, desperate to keep it on a clean sheet. Ready. 3 of them at Serie, 5 all told if you include the Coppa Italia. Shelik the cross. Ondric hits it away. Such an important job while that she's doing defensively. Over just set up back in that position. Shelik. Ondric there again. Calmed up by Ricci. So now 3 ball to find the out. Putting. Ping out what? It's a catch. Shape coming down the other land. Wesley to the by-9. Sanadaku's doing that, but there's no need there from Sanadaku's. We've seen him wind up opponents in the past. What you'll notice is this evening he's faster than Anawi, and he's clashed with Wesley, 2 players that he didn't call teammates last season. I think that is no need punching. Because he's a very good player. He's a very good player. You need to show respect to the opponents if you want word respect that. These are things that we don't want to see. Doing a quick match. Stay humble. Roma fans finding their voice, trying to inspire the Giallorossi players on the pitch. A wall that if he does that again, it delays the start. Rather bit might be caution. The Siciliano can't bear the ticker. This match friendly fight at Serie. Remember, and here they come to be rich. Topic as well. Wesley. No foul by Sanadaku. Ricci. Sofana. Protecting the ball well. Devita. Sanadaku. Wesley's after him. And Wesley kicked in the other card. Didn't know as I talked to what is. Fit do it and yeah, look at God, yeah. What is it? Very so about this to stay half up. They can bulldoze the fat the job. As you could see, Salamak is viewed wasting into the chaps there. They made a face in him, tried to bait him into getting his second yellow card. Just watch it. Pre-stat to as a senior Roma player and former teammate of Salamak is when he was on loan with the Giallorossi, telling it to play there. Play smart. Yeah, Wesley. It's another one, then it's just a car, but 50 meters to go. For Roma, can't afford to go 1 bit down. Otherwise, they might have to change their mats with regards to those substitutions. Already strict, ready to go. Modric with the free kick. Yeah, offside to click. Disagi. Yeah. Hold 5 seconds, Shelley. Another yellow card is produced. There, that's a spoon one as well. So the Portuguese fighting. But there's actually took the ball down. Just squeezed the first touch. The edge of the box, so it is in position. You can see the snap of foot on now. possible fans are typically pretty greedy as well, not just cheap, it's Milan's next substitute. But the Milan fans are surely thinking, why did we drop 2 points at home to Pisa? Could have actually lost that game as well. Yeah, Clement is this one, the opening game of the season. 5-point share against the promoted sides. Haven't played Sassuolo yet either. Keep quite more true. But you are also away. Salamakers speak to about Pellegrini and He made sure brother couldn't counter. Yeah, of course, wise choice by Baptist. I don't want to lose the ball there. They give Robert Charles to caught up. Parts of top ignition and scored a couple of shots. And Serie this is unpredictable, but he took his stall against Parma very well. Hit the wing, he controlled it on the turn and hit off the volley. So Chedic withdrawn, Gasparini is going to get a go. Then they get Breach is also coming on, so probably the same system. But not yet. The looks of things. The thing who started Machina asked is how we done play somebody wisely. Let's switch side. So these events actually changed there. Don't pick thoughts, actually chatting. See how Roma's shits now. And see Rich was ready to go. I guess we need to the new federal there. This is where it starts to get a bit nervy for this thing. I don't think he got now. Roma can score goals. Of course, he players on the pitch that Rossoneri. Anything. 3 steps it. Dothman. It's a bit of aggression. Free kick on the edge of the box. It was Chinfirma Chamit with the stud showing. Yeah, that's a sort of one. Hold penny can eat it. Didn't jump the box up. I don't go on. Off the line, that's it. So we're on the line, it's a penalty. I will check. Make sure the Fofanas challenge. They're good outside the box. Mr. Fofanas also beats hurt. With the modern interpretation of the laws of the game, that's the right call for Patrick Guida. You could also understand Fofana lunging in to block the shot. Yeah, of course. There's a for one for a pretty good, of course. I can see an 30 point and for Fofana point as well. But look here. No sorry. No sure it's the backward. Walter Fofana highest boards up. It starts with a show it, yeah. Van Health, two very capable free kick take this Pitlick leading. Scored 20 at the pass, Dybala as well. And after Roma didn't shoot directly in the first half, they worked it short for Solé. Surely Dybala is now going to grab this opportunity and let this. It's in Matamala, the Pitlick really won the free kick, just not get it first option to take it. He's got to see that key to Dybala. But they got to keep it there. How the wall is going to be set by Wujata. After that, they're going to lead it pick though. The one is going to pick it. For example, now look like with them. It's going to keep it up post and coming with the right side. So then with BB pinning for Dybala. Dybala scored a wonderful goal here at the other end of the ground. Lichtenstein last season, don't think with a layoff. Similar to the one he just played. Pretty greedy here. The small for choice rather. The first thing they need to do is get it up and over the wall and on target. Ask a question, video and Renat. Hedvig really seems to fancy it. Dybala asking whether he wants it. Only they will know. They're just going to take it. Kenny Greedy, it's a wall. It's a Roma. What an opportunity now. And I'll see me see the straight to finish. It resets up. It's much like to Vincent. I get Gleason and outstretched up. Read through the charts from 12 yards. Yeah, as you still find out, I think You can clearly see that it's a gap between him and the Cuckoo. Probably was going to front it. Why would his more clear for the position? Yet, my opinion, it's a pound. And they could stay immediately, and they're absolutely right, man. Well, they did opinion that the ball was headed for the top corner. Technically, you will be disappointed, but it's a pretty good consolation for Roma. Sharps here with Dybala from the spot. Like Mayor, he's only so two, the 16 is faced. Did he say, yeah, the point that you've been encouraged to challenge others at that point. Then that lead their captain now. It's for other people. Felt sure there was going to be the second problem. He's gone away with this one. Mayor, using all this experience to delay the taking of the penalty. We want to be there. That this could come to pass. It's always the case in football that you don't take your chances, can't be punished. And that could have been 3 or 4 goals to the good. He's probably one phase Dybala. He's been there and done it. Dybala to equal. 65 that is a captain's contribution. And it's a weekend of big penalty saves in Serie A. First Medicaid summit for Napoli. Now Bagnagnor of Milan. Yeah, fabulous save in 5 point down. That's why it's the goal. It's good for ACMilan. More reprint here, the Pellegrini with the resulting corner. Milan did it away. Stadium announcer calling. Make no neighbours, he scored a goal. He's the equivalent to scoring a goal. He saved one. Milan punts well past players in a couple of positions. Leao is one. Now they're also now passing with Pavlovich. The assistant is right there. And what colour is the card? Yellow for this back here. But Roma losing their call. I think even if I think it got featured. What is shot like kept the by like anything else, probably to be substituted the year. After I don't get for a bottle last Pavlovich in here, like my dad, Serie Power. I was waiting 4 years since Valerie that is really a penalty miss. 8 Serie was it with the Juventus, he did the Sanepo, deep. One time into goalkeeper keeping it. Heel adds his name to a list which includes Thomas Strakosher, Fanazio, and Chukmarisha. So that's the back of the net. Loftus Cheek off for Cuckoo. Stanford Sibigas. See from the other side of things. Yeah, probably Dybala. Kabas was a CD for Kachuk is a trick. And tears Dybala off, but that's a bit. That was off the Sibikas. But we know the statistics when it comes to penalties. The take is a big favourite to score up. It's also called out to the expected goal stage, or that is something like more point. It's penalty opportunity. But we are seeing the goalkeepers, possibly with so much data they have these days, are saving more and more, so it feels that way. Yeah, of course, because they're even checking where the penalty is going to be taken, and then after Bobby, maybe then had been so it's usually the strikers or the penalty taker products. They don't have to choose the same. Go, we have to shoot to. You can see the importance of Pellegrini. Yes, who's now the contract in the summer. Yes, Roma tried to set it. Summer just gone. But it might be the free kick. They didn't want the penalty. Dybala for once. Slapsing his sides. We should give the credit to the goalkeeper for making the safe run. Player submission. Yeah, of course. If you consider Balpon at top of the league, where the Brico said that just saved 2 penalties, beat the 2 games, the always Milan, Baby will be there with Mike Wagner. Here is a start play. Okay. City cast. Salavak is still putting himself about. I think we know what Gasparini is going to say post-match if this scoreline remains. Talking about how many chances Roma missed in the first half. Then again, Milan can say something similar in the second. Waste. Yeah, that was awkward, Ben, and he stopped really well. Yeah, guys, this early a fantastic performance now, maybe with Cubs. Was a decent ball by Wesley. Whether he could lead in Simo's fashion to the net. The four players giving their atlas slightly wrong and hitting it the other goalkeeper. Pellegrini set piece. Courtney. I won't have hold of it up players. Baltrich. Bare of City Cast. Pavlovic is on the move again. Some two Loftus-Cheek. Podrick. Hapanage. This time he tried to take off his back. Lesser debt to that situation. Maybe Modric should have looked towards Loftus-Cheek. Wasting a kick. Delighting which Salavak is. Pavlovic just regained the ball. That is what he is good at. With his ankles. Yeah, but how can you criticize a player like a poke? You just use the ball. The fact have to sprint it for 50 yards. Yellow card for Batizagi. Should see Salavakis has got crap. The brother, I'll stop it play because of Salavakis' prior contact, I would suggest. Plus, they chase him again 1-0 down here. Then a fair like the year. He says Salavakis. He goes into challenge with the Wesley. That was the red okay to that properly. For the trickster work pass. Serie, that's a count there. But for it, and that would have Rossoneri against me setting on that added time. Simply equalizer. Now you're at Macy Salavak and Sui. Once again, showing why. And Nicky Finley rarely does without him. With Sabori and typically the players that didn't play every minute of every game. Sabori, the problem this evening. He's out to like me. Baden's ball in inside shooting. I think that deserved not away with a yellow card there. And he's advised. Yeah. There was a yellow card. Yeah, make what you dive. Saving games to be after. Hit shift, pick them light. Goal. The stop. Good parity. Here, Gasparini. Desperation. So it's 2 from 16 before, it's now 3 from 17 for Medio. Keep it up, but you could point up the goalkeeper in Serie. He's outstanding by the way. Maybe a Caprides. Yep. They're in the nature with front corners, so very good goalkeepers. On the attack in the closing stages, trying to rescue a point from SanSiro. But big. Kone. Hisurigas. Thank you. Oh, that's it. He's played very little this season. He's not in the Europa League squad, and he hasn't featured too much in SerieA. And Kone. And take him inside. Not too much of it there. We're into the final minute of the match. Wesley's cross. The Defeats are away. Straight to Kone. City gets. Once it's ball in, he was rising. Fantuzani was afraid. Then he gets a corner. Yeah, and again, part for me. But the match performance on side probably played quite young. And yeah, much treated with the French goalkeeper. Mancini's unhappy to be now repeating for a free kick, but I thought a corner around that. You know, with it. You need to equalize. I'll have to just argue was brave. Yeah, I think all these. And even I think, but this doesn't. What is it? What cheese? I can't get the ball. Goes on the back, the target. Yet another corner for Roma. Did not make the most of the phase ball in. Loftus-Cheek got his head to it. Vici. Odious Harris, Simi gets holding off Modric. Bridge of 4 added minutes. Baldazzi. Vici still working really hard. Waste me. Some white shirts in the middle for SerieA. So he can deliver. 6 Proch. Up to Shaggy. Headed again towards the bynight. Thingy. Keeps it in play. Hit McGreedy's ball in. That was Duffy. Salvo Pavlovic. Thought it was a good ball. Kid. I get it by Wednesday. Yeah, Pavlovic maybe we don't know we're gonna have it. A little can get to. Oh, Jesus. I think part of the big set off. Did you have the chance to impress us so far? Well, it's for Milan supporters in the closing stages here. The fans are sick. Let's see if they already won. Far away from reaching the job. It's a towering header, but he didn't mean on playmaking EB to retreat to me. Dothic show you again. 1-0 first touch he's got. What the weather. Remember, could have started with him. Fossil has been booked. Gives the ball to poster. When pilling an EB stick, it is simply stop. Quite midnight. After away, swinging everything in the air. No foul by Balhansi on the air. Waste knee. Back into the mixer. Mancini's staying a centre forward. That's Indica for Baby. Holding off. Atticani. Silica. Taxabe. The yell has on the Roma. Baldazzi. Wesley's cross. Pass it, Dica by Struck. Still, I thought easy because of being was shot, so. Dica. What beat up to goal? What a half beat up to goal. That was another disappointment. And yet, by Wesley. See that the big set half has to die for backwards. And they can do it. Good. These 3 points are absolutely massive. The most expressive man. This comes to the dugout in City. Well, they're making sure here that there's going to be SempreMilan at added time added on. Free Sam warded for it. It's going to compensate Dybala. That's a guilty. We saw a teenager upload for Milan where just go command Lindsay and some Tuesday evening when he had one save. This is what they check against Napoli. The L needs 50 like. He's man of the match this evening. Comes off forward, but it's heading to Mori, another player. It's going to help repel. He will process into the box. But are we looking at another MVP season for Prep BL? Still very early. The sides are good. Yeah, this time only got up. Yeah, there's a sort of sight that, of course, no. And so how they it's deep this got to play without striker, but this what you need. If you want to take a 3 points home, but for me that's 2 minutes after we quite out for taking the goal kick. Kick in there, some leads who should go on to the 96th minute mark. Cap road by forceful ball opportunity. The outward and assist. So go with this recent round of goals, 2 against Shirley, 1 against Pisa. It meets our 4 goal contributions. This last, it's okay. It's not Rossoneri. Hold by Pepe Greedy. It decals out for it. They get a deal with the danger. I think I play as there's a strike coming side off. They unlock more. Brother could still heard me that mate on it. Yeah, they did send the pass. There was a famous 2-or draw here. Brother and Takni his head in the ground. Wasteling's throw. Cristato flicks it on. The bids are away. Memprici. Baldazzi. Wesley has to go into the box again for Roma. Baldazzi. His cross. Jed Biga beat to it like that here. Being that free. Here. Start the perfect position. The way it is Baldazzi to deliver. But yeah, I think with it, there's got enough for Roma players. Still gets sent off, Gianluca Mancini. and still talking despite being warned, despite being booked as well. Dybala's going to be consoling after this. It just shows it's not just to come up to 17 that he was need 2 years out of it, missing a penalty for nature against Napoli. Dybala is well into his 30s now. He feels stiffen to me. Thanked for this scoreline. Yes, in which he brought up as well. Plastai had this Kluber. Can't just set up when he saw it. Bodric, just the player you want at position this stage of the game. As I said, that's giving it straight to Svila. Rather pulling up 30 seconds or so to force a goal. Svila dips the head of Hofter's cheek and out for a throw-in. That kills some more 5 seconds for the Giallorossi. Has to go long from Svila. Well, they have to win the flick on. Capia is there. The referee seated up. For Milan. The 6-pointer goes the way of the Rossoneri. Happening with the other goal after a wonderful soda run for Rapidi now. Roma missed chances in the first half. They missed a penalty in the second. And he tells me that Napoli stays off by a point. But look at that right there. And Foster and 3 teams with striking distance. A return to winning ways for the Rossoneri here. SempreMilan had a very entertaining game of football. He's edged out by a Megby side. It's Milan 1.